Really? Okay, what is number one? False, right? False. Number one is false because this is A, this is B, both are constant. It should be A to the variable. If this is X, then it should be X, variable X. Okay. Number two, what is number two? False, right? You can just write based on integral property, you cannot have this. That it's still okay. Number three, true. Yeah, it's true. This is using the comparison theorem in integrations. Okay. Number four, true. Yeah. This is also using the comparison theorem. Okay. So you are comparing the you have x squared and you have cosine x squared. So if you have x squared cosine x is always smaller, right? And if you get the integrations both sides, integration from 0 to 1, they should be 1 over 3, right? So that's true. Okay. Number 5, true. Okay. This is just a definitions. Uh, the fundamental theory of calculus. Okay. Fundamental theory of calculus. You can just write this. It's still correct. Okay. What is number one, part B? C, right? Okay. So this you have 1 over n 16. Let me just give the answer to you. Okay. So this is what you need to write. Uh, Factorizing the 1 over n. And the whole thing here becomes the sigma of I over n with the power of 15. And this becomes the integrations of 0 to 1 of x with the power of 15. And you will get the x 16, 16, it will be 1 over 16. Okay. Okay, number two, this is quite tricky. Okay. Uh, the graph is the small f. And we have the big F is the integrations of ft dt. Okay, it's x and 1. We can use fundamental theory of calculus to define the first derivative. Okay, which means we can define the big F prime is the small f, and the second derivative is the first derivative. So the C is true, and then we can also see at the x equal 1 and x negative 1 the f small prime is 0. So based on our conclusion, the f double prime is 0. Okay, so D is true. Okay, and at the interval, the slope is decreasing. Okay, if you see the graph, the slope is decreasing. So because f prime is small, then this is also small. The second derivative of the big F is small. So it will be concave downward based on definition. Okay, so A is true. So the answer is B. Okay, it should be uh, from negative infinity to negative 1 and then 1 to infinity. It will be concave upward. So B is false, okay, because uh, it's concave upward at 0 to 1. So number 3. Number 3, you have all these informations, okay? if you think carefully, I'm giving clue. See, 1 over 3, 1 over 3, right? You can also guess actually, but you can write down this answer in random functions. That's also fine. Okay? But you can see I'm giving you a clue. This 1 over 3. Okay. So integration of 0 to 1, f inverse of 1. F inverse of y, is it the same curve? The same, right? The same curve. It's the same curve. F inverse y is equal to f. So let me give you the idea. Okay. Okay. So if this is f of x, okay, and this is your dx, the integrations, okay, from 0 to 1 under the curve is this 1 over 3, okay, this area. If you have the f inverse y, the same curve and then dy, which means you are switching domain and range. Is that correct? So what you need to do is you need to see like that, okay? And this becomes the dy. So f inverse y dy is this area in which you are just multiply 1, 1. The total area is 1 minus the 1 over 3. So 2 over 3. Okay. So the answer is 2 over 3. Just 1 minus 1 over 3. Okay. Okay, number 4. Uh, if you get another method, I think you can use trigonometric substitution. But because I haven't told you yet, you can imagine the functions is sine x over 1 plus x squared. And you plug in negative x. Okay. You plug in negative x, it becomes negative f of x, which means this is the odd functions, and the answer should be 0. Okay. Okay. Now this is 1 over x with the power of 5 plus x. I think I've give you example similar to this question. So factorize x to the 5, we get the results. We get the u 1 plus x negative 4. Okay, you got here, right? Most of maybe some of you get negative 1 over 4 and 1 plus 1 over x to the 4. And maybe you see this negative and in your answer, the a is positive, right? So you need to rewrite the form, okay? So rewrite the form, and you get the form will be this, and the answer is B. Okay, so ln x negative 1 over 4 ln x with the power of 4 plus 1 plus c. Okay, or actually you have A, B, C, D the answers. You can try one by one, derive them. Yeah, that can be also another method because I gave you the answer and you can just confirm the answer. We can try A. Oh, incorrect. B. Oh, correct. You get right. Okay, part C. I think this is not too. I hope this is not too complicated. Okay, so you have all these uh, functions here. Uh, you need to find the f of x. Derive both sides. Okay, put the dx, and this one become the product rule, and the dx here. And we just use the we can use the fundamental theory of calculus, and we get the fx blah blah, and then fx, and then we group the fx, and yeah, this is the grouping, And the answer is this function. Okay. So fx is sine x plus x cosine x, and then 1 plus x squared over x squared. Okay. And then the other, it's short. Okay. What you need to do is separate them. This become tangent inverse. This become using u sub to have half ln 1 plus x squared plus constant. Okay. Later I will put in the Moodle, but not now. Maybe next week because I think one or two students they email me that they cannot come. Okay, so I have to give them the quiz. So that's it. So how do you feel? How do you feel? Okay. Okay. I hope you're getting better and better. Okay. So I try to give the question is not how to say. So you are still you are having a lot of time to think because the supposed answer is a short one. So if you are writing too long or maybe you are getting nowhere, it means that you need to learn the concept, the basic concept in the integration. Okay? So most of my questions uh, for this quiz is mostly analytical. So it doesn't matter whether you are reading and memorize all the things. Uh, it's still you still need to think fundamentally. Okay. So I hope uh, you can also learn by the analysis. It will be helpful for you in real life because maybe you will get to work or maybe you will get to your master, you will get to your research, your professor, and you will get maybe you will see results on your database. Like you get the data result from your experiments, and you need to know how to move to the next step. What you need to do, what analysis you want to do. So by mathematics or by calculus, I hope you can have the logical steps how to make sense out of anything, okay? Especially in your um, academic performance and maybe in your if you're getting a job. I hope this can help. Okay. Actually, I'm planning to give you another lecture, but I think we will skip it for now and just let you rest and have another maybe next week. I will start from I think a little bit in chapter 6 and go to chapter 7 next week. Okay. Okay. So okay, class finished. I hope you get good score. Okay.